Okay, we're on US 92 heading west, and we are en route to the Tiger Bay State Forest. Tiger Bay State Forest in Florida. We're going to check out the Bennett Field campground. It's an affordable dry camping campground. We're going to be hanging a right onto Indian Lake Road just up ahead. Okay, we're approaching the intersection to Indian Lake Road.
Turn right onto Indian Lake Road.
Turning off of the US route.
Continue on Indian Lake Road for 2 miles.
Okay, so we stay on Indian Lakes Road until we get to Rima Track Road. I'll chime back in as we get a little closer to the Tiger Bay State Forest here in Florida. Okay, we are still on Indian Lake Road and we are entering the Tiger Bay State Forest. On our way to the Bennett Field campground. Looks like the asphalt road changes into a hard-packed dirt road. So when you enter the Tiger Bay State Forest at the Rima Ridge unit, there's a sign-in sheet in this green box. It says, "All visitors sign in, please." There's a clipboard down in there, some brochures. You just sign in, put your license plate number down, and then proceed to where you're going. Let's go down the road here and check out the Bennett Field campground. Okay, let's go down the road here and check out the Bennett Field campground. You can make reservations for campsites online at the Florida State Forest website. There's a link that takes you to the reservation page. It was reasonably priced. It was like it was an odd price. It was like $8.86 a night.
You have arrived. Head north on Indian Lake Road.
We're still on Indian Lake Road heading toward Bennett Field Campground, but we passed this single lane bridge, and this was really scenic right here. So I thought I'd let you take a look at how pretty this water is in here. Really pretty. On the other side, that's what you got. Well, we're going to continue on down the road and check out the camping at Bennett Field Campground. Okay, we're right where that bridge is was immediately prior to Rima Ridge Road. I'm going to drive up here so you can see the sign. Off to our right is Rima Ridge Road. But there's a small sign. If you go straight ahead, the larger sign says Tiger Bay State Forest.
Head west.
Indian Lake Recreation Area, and the smaller sign right there by the speed limit sign says Rima Ridge Road, and it has the campground symbol. So we're hanging a right here.
Continue for 2 miles.
Thought I'd give you an idea of what the road looked like. We're about 0.3 miles out from the campground. Bennett Field Primitive Camping.
In 600 feet, turn left.
Okay, I'm gonna find a place to pull over here, and I'll give you a walking tour of the campground. I think I'm gonna pull right in this site right here, campsite number 1. Okay, that's the direction we came from. We're at the Bennett Field Primitive Camp area, and I was reading the sign down here, and it looks like there's no walk up and pay the fee. They want all reservations or all fees paid via their reservation website. So if you get here and you pick out a site, I guess you can go on to the reservation page, see if it's available, and go ahead and reserve it. It's a one-way loop. Here's the sign they have posted as soon as you enter the campground. And that gives you the website information. Bennett Field Campground. So I'm going to take you around the loop and give you a little walking tour. Looks like they have a group camping area down that road. That's not a campsite, it's a big open area though. And this is campsite number 1. That's the direction I just walked from. And this is campsite 1. Got a grill, picnic table, fire ring, a couple sitting logs. That's a look back at campsite number 1. Let's go check out and see what else is here. Okay, back there is campsite 1 where my truck's parked. It looks like the next campsite is occupied. I suppose that's one entrance right there. Let's see what number that is. Looks like a huge site. That would be campsite number 2 off to my right. Oh, it's scenic in here. Picnic table, a fire ring back in there, and this particular site would be good for a big rig. My 5th wheel would fit nicely right back in there. You'd be coming right down this road here, and you could back your rig right in that spot there. Directly across from campsite number 2 is the pit toilet. Looks like you got a couple garbage cans right here. Continuing on down the camping loop. I don't know where that goes off to the right here, but the camping loop's off to the left. We just left campsite number 2. Looks like we have campsite 3 on the left up here. This campground is not far from where the Daytona 500 is. That is campsite number 3. Looks like that site may get a little wet. And then further back in, you have those lower hanging branches. Would be able to get a rig if you're pulling. This is the direction of travel. If you pulled up, you could back a rig right in there, and you would have plenty of clearance on the height. That would probably be preferable over that area right there, unless you had a smaller rig. Continuing around the campground loop, looks like we have another campsite off to the left. And this would be campsite number 4. You have this large area right across from campsite number 4 that you could, that would make for easy backing into that site with if you had a larger camping configuration. Height clearance is no problem on that site. You can get back in there. In fact, you see where it looks like it gets a little wet, you could probably go back in there a little further to where you weren't sitting in that. There's a campfire ring. There's a grill over here. You can see the pit toilet across from campsite number 2 through the trees there. Okay, that's a look back at campsite number 4. Tiger Bay State Forest, Bennett Field Campground. Here's another vantage point of campsite number 4. And you could even do a pull through here. You could pull in right there, and then when you're ready to leave, you can exit right here and go right back out on the campground loop. A very large site. Campsite number 2 and campsite number 4, very large sites. Continuing around the camping loop, and this is campsite number 5. This would also accommodate a big rig. It's a very deep site. I kind of like this camping area right here. Got a stump for sitting. For a sitting place right by your fire, and that's a look back at campsite number 5. Not bad. Here's a final look back at campsite number 5. Very large site, no height clearance problems. Be concerned about with that site if you had a larger rig. The camping loop continues around. You can see on the outer perimeter of the road, or the inner perimeter of the road, you have another garbage receptacle up there, that green receptacle. So there were 5 campsites so far. Let's continue around the loop and see what else we have. Here's a view of campsite number 6. You can see the picnic table, and you got some firewood there and a grill. There's also a fire pit. It has a little bit shorter parking area here. That's the way we walk from. So this would not be conducive to a big rig camping configuration, but if you had a small travel trailer, pop-up tent camping, site number 6 would be okay. Decided to review this particular campground because, especially in the winter time, this may be a viable option if you're looking for affordable camping in Florida. Like I said, the price was $8.86. I looked it up this morning on the reservation site. I don't know what taxes or if any are included, but that's for dry camping here in Florida, and you have pit toilets, scenic campground, and garbage. That's really not a bad deal. I'm going to have, well, let's go up here. We're at the end of the camping loop, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this campground. Okay, well, I'm back at the entrance of the Bennett Field campground here at Tiger Bay State Forest. It was a pretty nice campground for dry camping, reasonably priced, affordable camping here in Florida, especially in the winter. I'll have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description on YouTube. I'll also have the grid coordinates for this camping location in the written description as well. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.